This is Michael Bissell. I'm the Director of Customer Enablement at Cloudentity, and today we're going to take a look at real-time API security using Cloudentity's microperimeter services. We're going to do this by looking at discovery, remediation, and visualization. Through discovery, we'll look at services, whether they're protected using the microperimeter sidecar or the microperimeter gateway, and discover whether there are any actual breaches or security risks we need to deal with. Then we'll remediate those issues by adding a policy in real time. And finally, with our visualization tools, we'll see the effect of that policy blocking the unwanted traffic, and we'll take a look at our open tracing demo to show the full east-west visibility for that chain of evidence, with the idea that you can't protect what you can't see. Let's start with the dashboard with the discovery. As we look at microservices protection, we see 100% protection. This is referring to the orchestration layer of containers using the microperimeter sidecar. Now, although they are 100% protected, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have security policies attached. It means that we are able to do so. When we say the API protection, we see 0% protected. However, if we hover over that, we'll see that there are 13 API endpoints. These are endpoints such as get and put and post for specific APIs that may map to these specific microservices. And finally, API exposure, we're showing that we have some services that don't actually have any exposure to the outside world, which means they're in a trusted back-end environment and not reachable through the API. And then when we come down to the microservices transactions, we see this little orange bit here that's telling us that we have missed traffic. Let's drill into that. Now we're looking at traffic for the individual microservice for the transfer service. This represents our wire payments, which means it's pretty critical that we don't have strange things going on. The orange traffic at the top is telling us missed traffic. And when we scroll down, we get to see exactly what that means. We're seeing traffic coming from an internal service called the partner service and another internal service called the human resources service. And they both seem to be hitting these made-up URLs, which implies something internally is probing our wire transfer service. We probably want to lock that down so that they're not even able to probe it. And to do that, we're going to take a look at our API protection. In this case, we're seeing that the transfer service actually has no protection whatsoever. But because it does use the Cloudentity MicroPerimeter sidecar, we're able to actually attach a new policy to that. Let's take a look at some policies we already have built. In this case, we do have a policy for online payments only. This policy tells us that if we have another service account or a microservice with the name of online-payments-service, we'll allow that traffic in and nothing else, which is probably exactly what we want to do. So if we go back to the microservice itself and click on API and protection, we're able to edit this endpoint within this service. Then we're able to simply attach that policy and save that. And in real time, we've added protection to this endpoint with this microservice for east-west traffic. And how do we know that? Let's go back to our analytics. And now we see traffic being blocked. This red layer means that traffic is now being denied. Now we should probably still see some green traffic below that because we still have other services which are allowed to use this, meaning the online payment service. And while we still have some orange traffic for missed traffic, we at least now know that we have secured unauthorized posts to the actual transfer service. And visualization, of course, does not end with the Cloudentity dashboard. We offer a wide range of open source tools such as the open tracing data, which we're visualizing here using the Jaeger UI, that allows us to see the complete chain of evidence for your east-west visibility required for auditing for things such as GDPR and New York financial rules. Immutable log data is available through an open API. And of course, Cloudentity has all management functions available over an open API to manage things such as policies, services, and everything else for your CI/CD pipeline. So today we've discovered, remediated, and visualized issues with our API. In discovery, we found odd traffic coming from our internal east-west services. Then we remediated that by restricting traffic only from a specific microservice. And then with our visualization, we were able to see in real time the blocked traffic from the unallowed services. Thank you for your time, and please feel free to reach out to us with any questions. There are many different ways that we can integrate with your enterprise, and we look forward to talking to you soon.